How's it going, guys? Andy here and welcome to another video. This one is entitled, Is Amazon Gating the Toys and Games category? Now, if you sell on Amazon, and more specifically the Toys and Games category, you will probably have received an alarming email yesterday morning where Amazon was telling everybody on the UK network who has ever sold in the Toys and Games category that they are going to restrict toys on their platform. It was quite alarming because a lot of people sell toys, and it seemed, for all intents and purposes, that they were gating the Toys and Games category. There was no information about how it was going to happen and whether anyone would be allowed to continue selling toys and games. And a lot of people were getting very worried, and a lot of people were asking me, what does this mean? Am I going to be able to continue making a living selling on Amazon? It caused a lot of upset and confusion. So here is the email in front of you. Here it says, Dear FBA seller, please read this email carefully. The listing information described below may affect your ability to sell certain products. As part of our ongoing efforts to provide the best possible customer experience, we're implementing approval requirements for toy products. What does this mean for me? Effective the 18th of April 2018, which was the day the email went out, so effective immediately, you will need approval to list affected products. If you do not obtain approval to sell these products prior to the 18th, which was yesterday, that day, your listings for these products will be removed. Why am I receiving this message? You are receiving this message because you have sold affected products in the past. There is no penalty associated with this action. How do I seek approval to sell the affected products? If you would like to seek approval to sell the affected products, complete the following steps to start application process. In Seller Central, inventory, add a product, blah, 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 blah. Can I still use FBA effective immediately? Because it's got the same date. Only sellers approved to sell the affected products may send shipments of these products to the fulfillment centers. How will this affect my existing FBA inventory? If you have remaining inventory of the affected products in Amazon fulfillment centers, you may continue selling your remaining inventory until the 18th, which is that day that they sent it. So that was a waste of time. After, immediately, you will need to obtain approval to continue to sell the affected products, or create a removal order and return or disposal of your remaining inventory. And we now know that, that Amazon are quite happy to sell your disposed of products. So basically your options are create a removal order and get them returned to you, or give them to Amazon and they'll sell them and make money from you. Although each removal order generates an FBA return fee or disposal fee that appears in your Seller Central account, we will reimburse fees charged for any removal order for the effective FBA inventory placed until the 18th. Yes, that same day. So they've given with one hand and said, we'll give you a reimbursement up until, and then it's the same date of the day the email went out. So again, ridiculous. After the 18th, which is yesterday, you will not be reimbursed for removal fees charged after you. So basically, it's a complete joke. They're saying if you want to remove your stuff up to today, we're going to give you reimbursement. After today, you're going to be charged. It was ridiculous. It's in a ridiculous email. I have no idea who created it, how it managed to get sent out to the entire of the UK and European resellers network, and how no one has managed to vet this before it's gone out. It's ridiculous. I mean, the time frame is 0. Basically, they're saying as from immediate effect, you're not going to be able to sell any toy products. And then they're saying, you know, you have to take all of your items out of the inventory immediately, or we're going to charge you for it. It's just ridiculous. It put a lot of people under a lot of stress. And I read this email and thought, this doesn't sound right. I don't think this is going to happen. I checked out my products and they're all live, and nothing was restricted at the time. And so I just thought, this doesn't sound right to me. I don't know how it's managed to make its way out into the public, but it doesn't make sense. And then lo and behold, the following day at 11 a.m., so the next day, about 24 hours after, I received another email. Dear seller, we recently sent you an email with the subject line important information about your listings on Amazon regarding listings in the toys and games category. This message was sent in error, so kindly disregard it. There are no new requirements associated with your toys and games listings at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience this might have caused. Thank you for selling on Amazon, blah, de blah, de blah. So they've retracted the message and said there are no restrictions, but they put at this time, which is very interesting because, to be honest with you, if they managed to get to the point where someone has sent an email, someone must have created an email, which means it's not come out of nowhere. Someone hasn't just woken up one morning and thought, I'll randomly create an email. This has got to be on the radar for Amazon. This has got to be something that they're looking at, thinking about, or planning to implement. It may be something that has been poorly executed, but may well still be something that they are planning on doing. But obviously they've not given it enough consideration and they're going to have to plan it a bit better. So we may see a similar email, in my opinion, coming out with maybe a month's notice. Is usually their notice period. When they gated the CDs category in the UK, that's exactly what they did. They gave a month's notice, of which time you have an opportunity to request to be ungated in that category. And if you don't, then obviously you need to remove your items. And so it was a very similar setup to the when the CDs category is gated. So there is previous history for Amazon gating a category and doing it like this, but getting an email like that was ridiculous. So as far as we know at the moment, there's nothing going on, but as usual, with Amazon, they're very unclear. They're not telling you the whole story. We have no idea what's on their mind, why they're thinking about it, whether it's the brand owners that are pushing to get this done, whether it's the big toy manufacturers that aren't happy about what's going on, or whether it's their own decisions about the selling platform. We have no idea because they never tell you. They're very generic in their emails. It comes out of the blue, and so as usual the entire UK reseller community is totally in the dark, and we have no idea whether we'll be able to continue selling toys and games or not, which is ridiculous. You know, Amazon's customer service on that side of things is terrible, and to be honest with you, they really should get a grip of that, and there should be a much better team involved in communicating with their resellers. After all, we create an awful lot of money for Amazon. You think about the fees that we're generating for them, the amount of revenue in fees is huge, and you know, just the entire stock catalog that we are able to sell on their behalf would be drastically reduced if all of the resellers suddenly withdrew their products overnight. I don't see how they would just get rid of all resellers in the toy and games category unless their hands were tied and they had to, because certainly it doesn't make sense from a financial perspective. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this one, but they've totally got it wrong. They've really messed it up and they made a lot of people very worried. But having said that, you know, it certainly has indirectly pointed to what may well be to come. There's no way that is not on the minds of Amazon if they've got to the point of creating an email about it. And this is what I think they might do. I have no idea what they will do, but what they might do is gate the category and then allow resellers access who have genuine wholesale supplier invoices, in which case then there will only be resellers who have wholesale contacts and not resellers who are buying from retail sites and selling them, for example, online arbitrage and retail arbitrage. I think that's what they might be trying to do, and that's what gating the category would effectively do. If you have access to some wholesale invoices, you may well be able to get access to the toys and games category. Now, whether they will gate the individual products, which means you will have to supply proof for each individual product, or if they're happy that you are a genuine reseller with wholesale contacts, they may give you full access, then that's interesting. We'll have to wait and see. If it is that case, it may actually make the toys and games category into a much nicer place to resell on. So don't forget, it's not always doom and gloom. When things change, it just means things change. It doesn't mean doom and gloom. So there's no point leaping to conclusions when we're totally in the dark and we have no idea. If this comes and they restrict resellers, and there are only more experienced resellers that have wholesale contacts, what it would do is probably cut out 50 to 70% of penny pinching, undercutting, uneducated resellers on the platform that creates so much loss of potential profit that drive us all crazy. I think those people would be taken out. They won't necessarily be able to jump straight in and start creating havoc selling products for 50 pence profit, because they will not automatically get access to these categories, which means that some of us that are quite fond of making a profit on our listings may get a bit of a break from that. So it could actually end up being a good thing. And as far as I'm concerned, in the past, restricted categories have been much better for me than open categories. So this is it, really. This is all we know. That's my speculation about what might be happening in the future. Nothing may come of it at all, but I think it could be something that could be coming to us in the near future. If you found this video useful, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And as usual, let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think Amazon are planning in the future? Do you think this is just the start of things to come? Or do you think this is just a flash in the pan? Someone's had a brainstorm in Amazon and hopefully gets the sack because of it. And that will be that, and we're not going to hear any more. But let me know either way what you think. I'm always interested to hear your thoughts. If you have any questions of your own, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to help if I can. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. My name's Andy Lawrence, and I will catch you on the very next video. Bye for now.